Good evening, everyone. Do we have our mics on? Can you hear those? Okay.
They're on.
Welcome to the April 20th meeting of the Wheaton Park District. Mike, would you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Vyers.
Here.
Commissioner Morrill.
Here.
Commissioner Mee.
Here.
President Hodgkinson.
Here. I understand we have a presentation from Week of the Young Child.
Yes, Megan Raid is here today.
Megan's here. Thank you. How are you, Megan?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Good evening, everyone. I was going to kind of bring you up to speed on what's going on with Week of the Young Child and a little bit into summer camps, where we are currently. Week of the Young Child for us will start next Friday, April 29th, with our annual ice cream social. It's an event where we're going to be free to the public from 6 to 7:30 at the community center. We're anticipating about 400 people showing up, families together, for a night of entertainment with a strolling magician. We have some airbrush tattoos and then some vendors from the community that will be able to offer their services, not only our facilities, but other people will be coming in. Wheaton College's community of the performing arts will be coming, and they will be doing an ensemble. So they will be playing for about an hour. It's a really great opportunity. A lot of the young kids come out, and they're all violinists, cello, all sorts of things. So it's a really interesting night. And then the following week, we have right now currently enrolled, we have about 200 participants in our programs. It's a week long of free events everywhere from pottery classes to cooking to classes out at the marsh, like hikes. So we are anticipating that number to probably grow up to about 350 people for the week, which is a community week long of free events. To top it off will be the week of the kite event, which would be on Saturday, May 7th. Summer camps, we are 1,450 strong right now, which is a great number. We're already halfway there. So we anticipate gaining a lot of the numbers. Last year came 2 days before camp starts each session. So we anticipate that we'll break numbers for next year. So exciting opportunity.
Great. Questions?
Megan, is this Week of the Young Child something new? I don't recall ever having heard about that before.
Yeah, we've had it for, I believe, the past 4 years.
Whoops, I must have missed something. But we must have missed one of your great presentations because I don't recall it in the past.
You're not an ice cream fan, I think is what it is.
Oh, is that it? Well, that's true, but...
It's a great event to come out to.
But thanks.
And it's open to anyone?
Open to anybody. We have residents as well as non-residents that have registered for the program, so it kind of opens the opportunity to homeschool, to kids that are already in our classes, and those that want to try them out for the first time.
Wonderful.
Thanks.
Other questions or comments?
Good job.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Megan. All right. Do we have any community input tonight?
I do not believe so.
Okay, great. Then could we have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
You bet. Move to approve the consent agenda as presented, items A through G. A, approval of disbursements totaling $1,099,523.59 for the period beginning March 9, 2016 and ending April 12, 2016. B, approval of the meeting minutes from March 16, 2016. C, approval of Finance Subcommittee meeting minutes from March 2, 2016. D, approval of Building and Grounds Subcommittee meeting minutes from March 2, 2016. E, approval of Finance Subcommittee meeting minutes from April 6, 2016. F, approval of Building and Grounds Subcommittee meeting minutes from April 6, 2016. And G, approval to reduce residency requirements for Copian soccer and Briarcliff baseball teams to 60% from 70% to be eligible for resident rental rates of district athletic fields. The end.
Second.
Very good. We have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda as presented. Any other discussion? All in favor signify by... No, let's have a roll call. Let's do a roll call.
Commissioner Vyers.
Yes.
Commissioner Morrill.
Yes.
Commissioner Mee.
Yes.
President Hodgkinson.
Aye. All right. No, there is no unfinished business, correct?
No, ma'am.
All right. New business. We're looking for a motion to approve the bids for exterior painting of the north side of Arrowhead Golf Course of the clubhouse.
Move to approve the bid for exterior painting on north side of the Arrowhead Golf Course clubhouse. The recommendation is accept the base bid of $24,950 and alternate number one of $2,500 from DES Painting for a total amount of $27,450.
Second. Give it to Ray.
Okay, so we have a motion by Vyers and a second by Morrill to approve this. Discussion? Roll call?
Commissioner Vyers?
Yes.
Commissioner Morrell?
Yes.
Commissioner Me?
Yes.
President Hodgkinson?
Yes. Number 2, the purchase and installation of the portable restroom.
Move to accept the base bid of $30,979 and alternates number 1 of $6,000, number 2 at no cost from Comforts of Home for a total of $36,979.
Second.
Right. And this is a bathroom that will be on the west side of the golf course, correct?
Correct. Flushing toilets, heat, air, the whole 9 yards.
Which holes will this be by?
Between 4 and 8 on the west.
Same plan then?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. Other questions, discussion?
They'll come in from the maintenance area?
That is correct.
Okay, thank you.
Roll call.
Commissioner Vyers?
Yes.
Commissioner Morrell?
Yes.
Commissioner Me?
Yes.
President Hodgkinson?
Yes. Next, we'll have our landscape area, the natural areas landscape bids. Who'd like to make that motion?
I have one correction to the fourth bullet point. I have a typo there. It should be Northern Illinois Lake and Pond. Are you with me? The
Yep.
fourth bullet point down, it should be a 1 year. That's the only one that's a 1 year agreement. Correct, Rob?
Correct.
Thank you. Sorry for the typo.
I'll move that we accept the bids for natural area landscape management services as follows. Bedrock Earthscapes for 3 years of native landscaping work at Northside Park for a total of $42,184. Bedrock Earthscapes for 3 years of native landscaping work at Lincoln Marsh for a total of $6,224. ILM for 3 years of pond management at Northside Park for a total of $29,134. And Northern Illinois Lake and Pond Management for 1 year pond management for the balance of the district's ponds for a total of $6,800.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Vyers and a second by Morrell to approve this. Discussion or questions or comments? Roll call, Mike?
Commissioner Vyers?
Yes.
Commissioner Morrell?
Yes.
Commissioner Me?
Yes.
President Hodgkinson?
Yes. All right, number 4, the Brighton Playground.
I'll move to accept the base bid for materials and installation from SOF Surfaces for the Brighton Park Playground Unitary Surfacing Project in the amount of $60,845.64.
Second.
So we have a motion by Morrell and a second by Vyers to approve this. Discussion? Yeah,
This is just my normal routine, because it looks like we have a few of these. Just time for that?
Yes, one of them is a new construction and another is a repaired, failed surface that went in, how many years ago, Rob?
8 years?
8 years ago.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yep.
Other discussion? Other questions? Roll call?
Commissioner Vyers?
Yes.
Commissioner Morrell?
Yes.
Commissioner Me?
Yes.
President Hodgkinson?
Yes. All right, next is the Sunnyside Playground surfacing.
Move to accept the base bid for materials and installation from Soft Surfaces for the Sunnyside Park Playground Unitary Surfacing Project in the amount of $59,624.21.
Second.
We have a motion by me and a second by Vyers to approve this. Any discussion? These were all discussed, all of these items were discussed in buildings and grounds, okay. Roll call, Mike?
Commissioner Vyers?
Yes.
Commissioner Morrell?
Yes.
Commissioner Me?
Yes.
President Hodgkinson?
Yes. Next are the bids for the asphalt projects in 4 locations.
I move that we accept the bids for the following vendors. Schroeder Asphalt Services for the Rice Pool Drop-Off Lane Project at a cost of $27,260, plus a contingency of 25% or $6,815 in the event poor soils are discovered. Chicagoland Paving for the CAC upper parking lot at a cost of $22,900, plus a contingency of 25% or $5,725 in the event poor soils are discovered. Meyer Paving for the Central Park Paths Project at a cost of $7,500, plus a contingency of 10% or $750 in the event poor soils are discovered. And E. Hoffman for the Arrowhead Cart Paths Project at a cost not to exceed $45,000.
Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion by Vyers and a second by me. Question.
I have a comment under discussion. For the purposes of educating everybody here and at home, the additional contingency in the event we run into poor soils, which is likely, I want to provide a reminder that we will not spend that money without the concurrence of the Buildings and Grounds Subcommittee, and we will bring that change, if there is one, to the following board meeting for full board approval. We need to do it this way so we can get the job done in short order as opposed to waiting for another board meeting.
Other questions? Just Commissioner Mee?
Andy, to you, will this $45,000 dedicated to the cart path project, will that take care of all the paths that remain to be done?
Well, it'll take care of the majority of ones that are in dire need of repair. I mean, we'll probably start going further a little bit more in not such bad shape.
Seems like maybe, am I wrong? Is it maybe more on the west course?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Other questions? Discussion? Roll call, Mike?
Commissioner Vyers?
Yes.
Commissioner Morrill?
Yes.
Commissioner Mee?
Yes.
President Hodgkinson?
Yes. All right, next are the tennis courts at Northside Park.
Move to accept the base bid from MTJ Sports in the amount of $146,125, and the alternate for Titan Tracks TN for $18,626, for a total of $164,751 for the Northside Park tennis courts.
Second.
We have a motion by Morrill and a second by Vyers. Discussion? Roll call?
Commissioner Vyers?
Yes.
Commissioner Morrill?
Yes.
Commissioner Mee?
Yes.
President Hodgkinson?
Yes. Next are the cheerleading program uniforms. We have a motion?
Move to accept the bid from Rebel Athletic for youth and adult size uniforms at a cost of $125 per uniform, not to exceed $20,000.
Second.
We have a motion by me and a second by Vyers to approve the cheerleading purchases. Discussion?
With two bids, and both of them are identical, we're recommending Rebel versus Varsity. Is there a reason why?
Ready to answer that question. The cheerleading board looked at the materials and the design that was presented by both vendors, and they've chosen the Rebel based on the look and feel that they want for their competition.
And we've purchased from them in the past, I understand, right?
We haven't purchased from them in the past. They were late last year, did not get their bid
Okay.
in. Last year, as you recall, we had one bid that we presented for cheer. We worked hard to make sure that we had more than one. And of course, based on the criteria that the cheer board has, we had to have a vendor on site for fittings and other details and make sure that the program was taken care of.
Thank you.
Other questions while Rob's at the lectern? All right. Thank
Thanks,
you, Rob.
Rob.
Thank you. Roll call?
Commissioner Vyers?
Yes.
Commissioner Morrill?
Yes.
Commissioner Mee?
Yes.
President Hodgkinson?
Yes. Next is the fitness center equipment. Do we have a motion?
Move to approve the purchase of 10 Kaiser M3 spin bikes with computer components from Integrity Fitness LLC for $16,925 for the Parks Plus Fitness Center.
Second.
All right, we have a motion, a second to approve this. Questions or discussions? Ryan's here.
Ryan is out there. Keep doing the good work, man. It looks like the spin bike classes just continue to increase in attendance. Is that correct? Is that part of it?
Yeah, that is correct. They continue to grow each session. So, I mean, we're at 14 to 18 people in the spin classes at this point, which is a very good thing for us and for the fitness center.
Does the design of these bikes change significantly over the years?
They have, yeah.
Yeah,
These
they-
are very high-quality bikes. The ones we have aged a little bit, so we do still have some in inventory as well. But these ones are definitely top-notch bikes with the computer systems that people are looking for these days.
Are the computer systems what's being indicated as upgraded?
It's definitely an upgrade.
Okay.
You can do different programs, and some of them are so high-tech, you can see like pictures of what you're riding, so.
All right,
pretty
thanks.
cool. Yep.
Any other questions? Let's go ahead and do a roll call, even though it's...
Sure. Commissioner Vyers?
Yes.
Commissioner Morrill?
Yes.
Commissioner Mee?
Yes.
President Hodgkinson?
Yes. Thanks, Ryan. All right, next, do you want to do the staff reports, the annual reports from the museum?
Yes, we have
Michelle and Ryan here.
Michelle Podkova and Ashley Downing, who manage the DuPage County Historical Museum from a curatorial standpoint and an education standpoint. And they have put together this wonderful report on 2015's activity. And I know they're ready to answer any questions you may have. We're very proud of the operation and very proud of Ashley and Michelle for the work they do.
Questions? John?
Thanks, guys, for coming. It's a very nice report. I want to just thank a couple parties after looking at the report. First of all, I wanted to thank the volunteers who volunteer for the foundation board at the DuPage Historical Museum, particularly Scott Shorney, who's president this year. They put in countless hours towards raising money for that institution, and without it, I don't think we'd be able to run it successfully. So thank you to them. Also looking at the foundation numbers, and I know we've thanked Dan Goodwin before for this, but it was really stuck out that $200,000 that he donated to the foundation and that what we were able to use for the re-roofing project was a huge help to the History Museum and to the Park District, and so we're very appreciative of his support on that. One of the things I noticed in the report was, and what, as you would probably expect, is that a lot of the participants, either the scout or school programs or the visitors to the museum, are Wheaton residents that come from Wheaton and it being located in Wheaton. And I was just curious what kind of outreach you're doing to other communities within DuPage County to try and draw in the residents from out of town.
We do lots of outreach events in DuPage County as well as in surrounding counties, including Ashley just attended a DuPage County Genealogical Society conference where we reach out to other researchers in the area and other people researching their families from DuPage, but maybe from Chicago or King County. We also do programs at other park districts. We're working with the Oak Brook Terrace Park District every year to go to their spring fling event. So we usually see 100 participants in our program, and that's 100 families. So that's 100 kids that we see, and then their families that we discuss our programs with. And we are also partnering with the County of DuPage Forest Preserve, as well as the Voices of DuPage, which is a group of museums that are getting together to do an oral history initiative for sharing programs, sharing training, and sharing advertising. And that gets our name out to all the other areas as well. And we've tried to take a lead in that project so that, along with the person who started it, who's actually from the West Chicago City Museum, we kind of have our name out there as a leader in the museum field in the county.
Great, thank you.
Ray, did you have questions?
Yes, and also my thanks for the report, and what I think was significant for me in the report was, that the appendix on grants and awards, so it's kind of a credit to what you're doing, we're getting, this respect and, again, notoriety through in any number of, grants, awards, and accolades. And we seem to be maintaining the numbers at the museum, so keep it up.
Thank you very much.
Michelle, I wanted to ask about the accreditation process and describe that a little bit more. I saw the appendix with the description of first-time accreditation process.
Mm-hmm.
What was this experience like, or what are you anticipating, that kind of thing?
Well, the museum actually joined the STEPS program, which is the Standards and Excellence program for museums, through a partner organization to the American Alliance of Museums. And that program helps set us up for accreditation, and we are jump-starting that again, starting next week. Actually, we have our meeting. We'll be reaching out to our committee members, and we go through step by step pretty much everything that we would need to do for accreditation, every requirement we should be meeting, and it's set up in a certificate standpoint. So there's different themes, including governance, which includes missions, collection, education, outreach, all of that, and you meet bronze, silver, and gold certificates for those. And it's at this point, it's a free program. You pay $250 when you first joined a couple years ago. And every committee will be working through all of those to achieve that. And we're hoping in the next year to have a better idea of an exact timeline on when we're going to be applying. Because then we'll be through a lot of the program and we'll know what the accreditation process will include as well.
It's usually a pretty grueling process, every accreditation effort I've been involved with. So do you feel like you've got the resources to do that? I mean, staff-wise and time-wise and everything?
I think once we go through the steps process, we'll have a better idea of that. I think that we do. I know Sue has just gone through it with the zoos, and it's actually a very similar process, minus the animals, of course. So I think I'm confident that we can when the time comes.
Good. Have you discussed with the other museums, or maybe you already have something like this, where there would be some kind of pass that you could all, if you're a DuPage County resident, you could go to all the museums in DuPage County and, co-publicize things with each other and that kind of thing?
Road events.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about, so you're asking about like a pass where we can get in free to events?
Yeah, other cities have museums all kind of band together, and the art museum, the zoos, and all of those kinds of groups get together. And
we have not discussed a program just like that in DuPage County, but we do collaborate a lot with those different museums, and actually there's an organization that's Kane County and DuPage County Museums. We do a passport program every summer that kind of publicizes all of our programs and gets kids out to our different museums. But I will definitely pass that on as an idea.
well, I don't know if it's a
Start the
good idea or
discussion.
not, but it just seems like it's another way to get our
definitely.
name out there.
Right.
If people had some kind of group pass that they could go see all of these things. So.
And other museums do advertise for us, and we advertise for them as well. We try to have that collaboration going.
Good. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Any other questions or comments?
Just
Great report, though.
A comment, and just to piggyback on what Commissioner Vyers said, and it relates to accreditation, we until the roof was replaced and the building envelope was secured, we would not have been eligible for accreditation because it was a historic building at risk. So again, that first piece is really allowing a lot of new efforts to
There are a lot of things that
Yes.
come from that. Yeah.
That was step one, and we're glad we were able to accomplish it with Inland's help. Thank you.
Great. Thank you both. Thanks so much. The Parks Plus report. Comments, questions? Yeah,
I just have
John?
I just have a couple comments, no questions. Number one, looking at the financial statements, I was pleased to see that we increased gross revenues in 2015 over those of 2014, but I was more impressed that the net balance increased because you had a big healthcare cost, additional expense around $19,000 to have to swallow, and anybody who has to deal with securing health care for employees knows that those costs are kind of out of your control. And so when you face that kind of cost increase, it's really good to be able to cover that expense and actually to grow the net balance from year over year. So I thought that was well done. And then it looks like memberships across the board look like they've increased as well. So it's you can see the how important it is to have state-of-the-art equipment and be able to replace that and make it a worthwhile experience, because if we're going to make this a revenue-generating portion of what we're doing for the Park District, we're going to have competitive services and competitive equipment. So congratulations. I think it was a pretty good 2015. So good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, I agree that the report was very well done and the numbers look great. Congratulations, Ryan, on your new baby.
Thank you.
In case the rest of the board didn't know, Ryan's wife had a baby.
Oh, not
Congratulations.
Ryan? Oh, never mind.
Baby girl?
Yeah, baby girl.
Baby girl. Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
Report was well done. Thank you.
Gary?
Thanks for the report. As a park board member, I'm also a long-term, Parks Plus member and user, and I get there 2 to 3 times a week, so I'm able to see, and feel the changes, on an ongoing basis. And Ryan, Michelle, you're doing a great job. And as Commissioner Virus said, things are, we continue to see increasing numbers down there, but, I can see it as I work out, even though I work out late. There's one line in the exec summary of the report that says, basically, Parks Plus will continue to offer new programs and remain current with fitness trends so that Parks Plus remains competitive with surrounding fitness centers. I don't think we can do any better than that because there's a lot of fitness centers out there, and I continue to see new programs. As a matter of fact, Michelle almost killed me a couple weeks ago.
You too?
And I think she did it on purpose because what's the name of that program, Michelle?
TRX.
TRX, yeah. So this TRX thing, she put me with somebody who had been, working TRX for like 50 years, so she knew everything. And so Michelle decided that, well, if that gal can do it, so can I. So it took, a couple of days for it to wear off. And I haven't been back to at least the TRX yet, but Michelle's going to offer a half-hour program, aren't you, Michelle?
Yes.
Okay. You'll let me know, but don't put me with that gal again. But anyway, that's not a brand-new program, but I see the numbers increasing. So, I liken that to what this statement is saying, that, we're offering new programs, to remain current with the trends, and certainly that seems to be one of them. But, for both of you, keep up the great work. Thanks.
Thank you.
I'm assuming that there's a really good stretching, that you have a really good stretching program after that.
She did not tell me anything about stretching before.
And Commissioner Meade
I don't
ran away
believe that.
before he could get that part of it, right?
No, she just said, here, do this, for 3 hours. It was actually a half hour, but it felt like 20.
For those of you guys that don't know, this is Michelle Artist. She's the new assistant manager. She's been there for 10 years, just so you guys if you haven't met her yet. So
We've met her.
Yeah.
Ryan, I wanted to comment about, you've been involved with these projects with the service clubs, the Rotary, the Reindeer Run, the Lions Club with the Lions Club, the Color Run with the Rotary Club, the FT Cares, those kinds of things. They seem to be great ways to not only partner with Wheaton community oriented groups, but also kind of get fitness out into the community, not just focusing on the fitness center kind of thing. Would you like to see more of that, or do you feel like you're stretched now time-wise, or?
No, to be honest, those partners are very helpful. We work very well together with our committees that we have here. We have our share of work, they have their share, and we meet in the middle. So, we have a great partnership, and they continue to help, and we continue to grow our partnerships with them.
I know from the service club points, they are so grateful that they've partnered with the Wheaton Park District to do these kinds of things because, in fact, John and I were just talking about that. John's a member of one club, Ray's a member of another club, I'm a member of another club. The revenue has increased for those clubs, which means they're able to give more money to really great needs into the greater Wheaton community. Plus, it's given them visibility as clubs, and so they appreciate it. So I just wondered how you felt about like the possibility of doing more. So
Yeah, we'll continue to grow those relationships.
I thought it was a great report. Any other comments or questions? Thank you both.
Thank you.
All right. Any department reports we are going to hear about?
I know staff is here if there are any questions or comments regarding them.
Congratulations, staff, on getting the DuPage County Stormwater Management Grant. It's about 68,000 plus or minus dollars that will help us with Ratchie Park. So congratulations, staff, on getting that grant.
Terry?
Who's got Clock Tower Commons? That's yours, Ryan? Just so you know, and that all of you know, that, that mini golf course is right on top of that condo unit there. I got a buddy of mine lives over there, and he was very appreciative of the new carpet. And it may seem like a small thing, but obviously the people who live there recognized that it was new, and they said, it makes for significant looking improvement over there. So, it's being noticed. We, once again, our Cosley Zoo attendance numbers and revenues are up. That's good. What else did I have here? We already talked about Parks Plus. How was that bridal shower showcase? Whose is that?
That would be me.
You? Scary thing, buddy.
Andy's in charge of that?
So how did that go?
Are you talking at the museum or at Arrowhead?
No, I'm talking about at Arrowhead.
It's always a great event for.
No, I know it normally is, but what was the attendance like this year?
It's always a big event. We're always inviting future weddings or secured weddings at Arrowhead, and it's a time for them to, taste the food, see if they want any kind of upgrades. So it's always a great turnout.
Yeah, I didn't get there last year or this year. I just wondered if we were still getting the numbers there. But I mean, that's a great marketing gig there.
It's a great event.
Yeah, so it still was worthwhile.
Yes.
Also, regarding Arrowhead, I'm seeing that building maintenance staff is using these alternate sources to purchase kitchen equipment. Is this the same deal like we got with that cooler not too long ago?
Yeah, these are more from a restaurant supplier. So we're kind of buying it from a restaurant that closes, so it's kind of a second-hand.
I think it's great.
Restaurant supplier.
I think it's important to note that, apparently we saved over $5,000 in doing it like that. That's significant. So keep that up. Pelican Golf's Media Day, I think, Andy, you want to address that?
Yeah, we're fortunate at Arrowhead. We've converted our lower level into our tenant called Pelican Golf. They're a club fitting organization. They'll be selling all the clubs down in that lower level, but you'll also get fitted with high-tech equipment. It's state-of-the-art. At the Media Day, they were all very impressed of the technology that goes into evaluating somebody's swing and which clubs they should have that can adapt to somebody's swing. So everybody was impressed. It looks great down there. It looks like it's always been down there. So if you get a chance, you got to go down there and take a look and welcome Pelican Golf to a great asset to Arrowhead.
Yeah, I was working and couldn't get to their media gig, but it's impressive down there. The build-out is well done. They're nice people, and I did get to the demo day this last Saturday, and it was well attended, throughout the day. So I don't know how well, the equipment sales went, but
Well, fortunate for Arrowhead and Pelican Golf because they have such relationships with the club makers. It was our biggest demo day that was attended by club makers. So we probably had around 250 to 300 attendees, which is a good attendance. It's not great. We were hoping for a little more. But again, we had to start. People were used to probably our old demo days where we didn't have the kind of club makers out there. So it'll continue to grow, and as long as, we continue this great partnership with Pelican, I can't see nothing but big things for Arrowhead.
it was a very professional presentation, too, with the tents and so forth. And because I've been to every demo day we've ever had, and this one was, the setup was at least more professional in appearance. And, yeah, we did have more club makers there.
So it was great.
Hopefully they did well enough they want to come back. And lastly, Mary Beth, looks like our co-rec programs are still going well and increasing in numbers, co-rec volleyball and the indoor soccer. So still worthwhile?
Definitely.
That-a-way. Thank you.
Andy, I just want to tell you that when my husband saw about pelicans at Arrowhead, he thought we were bringing in real pelicans. So, Mike, want to go to your report?
Sure, just a couple of comments. You have in front of you a draft of a comprehensive upgrade and legal review of our agency's personnel policies. It's best practice to have that done every 3 to 5 years. Our last review was a comprehensive review was in 2011. We would like the park board members to have a month or more, if they wish, to review the document that manages our relationship with our employees. And if you have any concerns over specific areas that you wish either our consultant or myself or corporate counsel to review with you as an individual, we stand ready to do that. We'd love to see a May approval. If we need to push it, we certainly can do that in June, as long as we provide opportunities to talk about those issues you may have. President Hodgkinson, you may wish to have it discussed at a subcommittee meeting. That's your call.
What I'd like to request is that if we could read this before our next Finance Committee meeting, and then perhaps put this on the agenda and do at least a first run-through, and if we can come to agreement, then we can put it on the agenda for the May packet. If not, then we'll put it on the agenda for June. Is that agreeable with everybody? Okay, good. Good.
Also, as you know, our survey period, our comprehensive attitude and interest survey, has been out, and a second mailing is, I can't remember the exact date, but a second reminder postcard to those that did not respond yet has either gone out or will go out shortly. And we are looking forward to the results. We asked a lot of questions, and I appreciate the marketing department assisting in promoting the response rate, and we look forward to reporting the results to the park board. I'm not quite certain if it's May or June. I'm thinking it's probably going to be June when the University of Illinois Office of Parks and Recreation Resources will be able to present its findings. So if those of you who are at home haven't filled it out yet, please do. And if you want to fill one out and you didn't get one mailed to you, please call or go to our website, and we have them available at the County Museum as well as the Community Center for your pickup. We'd love to hear what you think about how we're doing. I echo we're having a great spring, and I'd like to recognize, as Ray did, but call him out, Steve Hinchy, for his great job as our planning and capital projects director. That's a good pickup on an expensive stormwater management and erosion control project. Nice job. Finally, it's spring in Wheaton, and every operation is the only thing that keeps us from being at full staff is college kids getting out and high school kids getting out. But you can already see the activity at Arrowhead in the parks. An amazing amount of athletics has already gone on, and it really makes me proud to be doing what I'm doing. And every day we do it, the quality of life in this community improves. And I thank you all who are here, who are staff, and thank the community for your support. Go to Lincoln Marsh. Go to your parks. Have an enjoyable time in nature.
Great. Anything else? Is there a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We are adjourned. Thanks for coming.